What's up guys, how you doing? This is Kassis Creativity once again, back with another video. This is part 2 of the video how to design hologram HUD from scratch, and in this part of the video I'm going to be showing you how to composite the hologram that we just designed in part 1 of the video into live footage. So if you don't know how to make a hologram HUD from scratch without using any plugins, go check out part 1 of this video. Welcome to part 2 of this hologram tutorial. So I'm going to import my footage right now, and I have already made a footage here with some track points here. As you can see, we got track points on these fingers here that will help us have a solid track. Now there's 2 ways on how you can actually track your footage. You can either use camera tracker or the motion tracker, and sometimes you can actually go ahead and use the Mocha AE. And all of these tutorials on how to track your motion, track your camera, and track with Mocha AE are in my channel. So if you want to if you don't know how to do any of these steps, go ahead and check out those tutorials. I'm going to take my video here, set it on my timeline, turn off the visibility and the audio for this live footage, and the visibility for the final HUD here, so we can just leave this footage here. I'm going to preview this so I can see if there's any issues with this. Simple adjustment of my footage here as I'm stretching my fingers. So I will just trim my comp workspace here for this footage here by pressing Ctrl+Shift+X, so I can trim my workspace here to what we are working with. I'm going to select track motion, and I'm going to select both for the position and for the scale, because we were scaling up and we would want our motion to be scaled up. So we got 2 points here. I'm going to put these on my track points here. So the bigger you scale the track space here, the longer it's going to take to track. So now I'm going to track to analyze forward on my timeline and just wait for it to track to the end. So now that After Effects has finished tracking, I'm going to right click here and create a new null object. And now I'm gonna click back to my footage and edit target. I'm going to set this to null 1, press OK, and then I'm going to apply X and Y, press OK. Now we have our tracking details on our null object right here. What I'm going to do is turn back on the visibility on my final HUD right here, and then I am going to parent this to my null 1. So I will just do some adjustments here. I will press S to scale this down, like here. And position, people position, and scale this. I'll just do some few adjustments here. Let's see how this works out. So I'll just do some few tweaks here to make this look less scaled here. I'm first going to parent this to none, open the properties and I'm just going to reset everything. Now I'm going to scale this down. Just going to scale this down. And position it here. Now what I'm going to do is parent this again to null 1 and play and see how it works out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some more elements here to make this look more realistic and cool looking. I'm going to turn off the visibility for the HUD again. I'm going to select new solid here, and this is going to be white. I'm gonna press OK. Now I'm going to turn off the visibility for this layer, but select it. Then I am going to take the pen tool and draw a few rough masks here. On these track points here. I'm going to also parent this to null 1, and I'm going to turn back on the visibility. Then double click on the mask options, double click M to bring out the mask properties here. I'm going to feather this, and also turn the feather on this one too, and play this. Okay, now I'm going to turn back the final HUD here so you can see how this works out. I'm going to set the solid to be below the final null here, the HUD. It's going to be like this. Okay, I'm going to duplicate the final HUD layer right here. Turn down the visibility. I'm going to uncheck the visibility for both these layers. I'm going to set the blending mode of this one to overlay. And then I'm going to take the pen tool here and just draw a rough mask on the fingers here. Double click M to bring the feather here and feather this out. I'm going to set this below the final HUD that we had visibility turned off. We're going to turn back the visibility on, and we're going to play this again and see. What we want to do now is just color grade everything, and this footage right here so it can blend in with our hologram. So what we want to do is put motion blur on everything, select everything, set the preview to full, press Ctrl+Shift+C to pre-compose, final comp, rename that, press OK, and make sure your recomposition has visibility as move all attributes. And now what we are going to do is come to the effects panel, search for brightness and contrast, set this here, and adjust the contrast. And the brightness a bit, search for curves, curves, I'm going to search for blue, increase, adjust the blue curve here a bit up, then the green here, then I'm gonna bring down the red here a bit down, then I'm going to search for saturation, hue and saturation, and I'm going to adjust the saturation here, increase the saturation like that. I'm going to create a new solid, make this black, press OK, and then I'm going to take the ellipse tool here, set my pointer here on the center, click, press Ctrl on your keyboard, hold, drag, let go, open the mask properties, set this to subtract, increase the expansion here, and increase the feather, decrease the expansion and increase the feather. Then open the opacity, and set this to 50, so we can have this vignette effect. And finally, you have something like this. So there's a lot of ways to come about this effect and make it look more realistic. Are just simple steps to get your foot on the door, to get started on editing hologram effects. And if you continue working on these, they can get you to like create really complex and awesome stuff when it comes to VFX and sci-fi projects. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for checking out part 1 and part 2 of this video. I will bringing up another After Effects tutorial soon to actually work on holograms by using a video copilot plugin that is free. So stay tuned and I'll keep you updated with the next tutorial. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share, and comment.